Y'all may think I'm late, but I almost didn't make it here. So you know that I've been hyping up this announcement. This thing I've been getting ready to do. And something happened this morning that very nearly kept me from making that announcement. Welcome, Praxis, to the stream. So I want to talk about thermostat as part of our collective reading and as an introduction to my little announcement. So the thermostat. This morning, woke up sweating. I live in Texas. Overnight, the AC broke down. And it was a really funny occurrence because I have been using the word thermostat a lot the last few days, and I use it a lot in life. Hey, happy Friday, Crystal. Thank you for being here. So I wake up roasting in my bed, sweating. Thermostat is busted. It is over 80 degrees in the apartment. Hey, happy Friday. Thank you for being here, y'all. I'm working up to this announcement. So it's like I'm sweating internally, I'm sweating externally. So I wake up and the thermostat's busted, right? I've been talking about thermostat in relation, hey cricket, to raising our personal glass ceiling. Yes, God. If anybody in Texas, Arizona, any of the hot states and the AC breaks down on you, it's just like murder. So the guy who, beloved, thank you, sir, was helping fix the thermostat, was coming in and out, was moving stuff around as he needs to do. And I was like, oh my God, I just made this fucking post that I'm going to make this announcement. I'm right about to do these lives. And then everything sort of seems to be like crashing down, right? Like things seem to be happening where, oh, I'm not even going to have the room or the space or the quiet to be able to give y'all this reading. And I was really like freaking out a little bit about it. Hey, Stephanie, welcome. I promise this is going somewhere. So sitting here sweating, talking to my lovely assistant about it. So here's the thing about the thermostat. When I'm giving people readings, we talk about the personal glass ceiling, talk about the thermostat. If my thermostat, my comfort level with, let's say, intimacy is, I was raised with parents who gave me 35-degree Fahrenheit intimacy. If somebody tries to come at me with a comfy, warm, 75 to 80-degree level of intimacy, I'm gonna feel like, oh my God, like this is way too hot. This is so uncomfortable, even though that would be a beautiful temperature to be existing in. You feel me? And we keep ourselves at 35 degrees. This is all related to my announcement. This thermostat bustin'. Oh, hey Tammy, thank you all so much for being here. I'm so excited. So my thermostat literally busting and making it to a point where I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this reading. Like I'm gonna have to just get on real quick and say something and then say bye. Everything worked out beautifully. Just like literally maybe 10 minutes before I was supposed to start this stream, house started to cool down. Guy says, hey, it looks like everything's good. Y'all have a great day. Let me also mention, this guy came in while I was setting up my space, right? And he sees the cards and he's like, oh, you do tarot? Chicano dude. I'm from Rio Grande Valley, right along the Mexican border, so that accent already brings me home. And he's like, oh, you do tarot? So do I. It's like, huh, what a funny little sign to start the day. So, thermostat fixed. House cooling. Still a little pink, a little sweaty, but it's working. Now, here's the thing. Everything is energy. We're energy. Hey, Debbie. And the way that we feel, the way that we operate has an effect on the external world, right? Our internal thermostat has an effect on the external thermostat. My internal thermostat is scared as hell to make this announcement to you guys. Like scared as hell, and scared of making this jump and doing this thing that I want to do. And I think that the world, the universe, spirit, as it tends to do, answered my fucked up thermostat with an externalized fuck up thermostat. And then there was this beautiful confluence of events where I was walking somewhere with my lovely assistant, had to run an errand. And I was saying to him as we walked back, like, you know, it'd be great if it was all just fixed and got out right before I had to start the videos, but if it doesn't, maybe that's because I'm not talking myself through a whole thing. And here we are, all fixed. all in time so that I can make this announcement that even right now I'm procrastinating making because it's scary. So I hope you can hear my lovely assistant laughing at me from the other room. So make the fucking announcement, girl, right? There are only 2 more lives on this channel after this one. We have 3 more weekends together on this channel because I am starting something completely new. If any of you intrepid listeners have already looked in the description box underneath this video, you will see that the first line says, subscribe to my new channel, Zero's Journey. So, Zero's Journey, thermostat. It's all very interesting that this happened the day that I was making this announcement, because talking about things like our external thermostat and how we can purposefully or unconsciously fuck up the external thermostat to match our internal thermostat, we're going to be having these kinds of chats. So I'll continue to do weekly readings on that channel. This channel will be no more for reasons that will become more and more clear. But part of it is just that I want to bring more forward and more of myself forward. Hello, universe calling. Excuse me. Y'all. Unknown calling me as I make this announcement. Okay, unknown can wait. Universe calling. So I want to bring more of myself forward. I want to get more personal. So live tarot readings as always every week, but also some vlog style chats and some opportunities to speak more personally and more conversationally. Oh, I'm so glad, Lori. I think it's going to be great. It's a scary leap to make because I already started here, right? I've already got some numbers here. Thank you, Mike. But I feel called to do this, feel called to start from zero, and I hope that you'll join me. I hope that you'll join me. And in addition to this channel, I'm going to start a Discord community. For those of you who are not familiar, it's a text and voice like set of chat rooms. You can have public rooms, you can have private rooms. We're gonna have both. So everybody is welcome, and there'll also be tiered rooms for patrons and stuff. If you decide you want to support the work, there'll be more specified rooms for like tarot and learning astrology and things like that. But it's also going to be a place where all of us can gather for free to talk about raising our thermostat, to talk about the journey that we're on, to, oh, thank you, Alex. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate y'all sending such thoughtful, kind comments and letting me be completely all over the place, because this is such a scary thing for me to announce. I want to cultivate more of a community so it feels less like, you know, I love this, right? Like, but I want it to not feel so much like I'm talking at you. I want us to be able to, you know, I post a video about something and then we can go have a discussion about it and expound about it and go deeper. So that's what I want, is to weave these connections more closely together and to see all of us really launch our Zero's journey and embrace being the fool, embrace getting in over our head, embrace who do you think you are? And so you are. Feel me? I hope this is making sense. I swear we're coming to the reading part of this situation. But I invite you along on Zero's journey. I'm very excited. May 24th is a Monday. That is the official date that you will first see a video on the channel. So don't be, okay, Praxis. Don't be alarmed when you get there and you see there's no videos up yet. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, thank you, Vita. I really, really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Oh, y'all. Oh, this is important. So because I'm starting this new, there's going to be several things that won't be present. Y'all will not be able to super chat me, for example. Like, people won't be able to donate money right here live on the stream. Of course, there's still Patreon. I'll find other like donation spots. So maybe if y'all feel like donating a little something, you can, but there won't be any super chats. And yes, Katie, exactly, creating a universe of fucking safe, protected Empress type of container, a sacred container where all of us can be who the fuck we are and learn and grow and fuck around and find out. Zero's fucking journey. So here's the thing. No super chats, and because I'll be starting out 0 subscribers, right? Goose egg. I need to get 1,000 subscribers in order just to go live. So if that is, if that inspires you to sub and maybe tell a friend or two, like, to sub, I really want to be able to go live as soon as possible. I'll of course post the weekly readings, even if they're recorded ahead of time. Oh, I love that. Debbie, I was getting such Valley vibes from the guy helping us out with the AC this morning. So it's so cool that you say that. Synchronicity, travel, Zero's journey. So 1,000 subs in 3 weeks is a bit of a tall order. And like I said, you'll get your weekly readings regardless, but I really do enjoy doing them live. So if y'all could help me out with that, that would be amazing. Okay. Was that the longest announcement in the world? Might have been. Might have been. Now, enough about me. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. I really, really appreciate it. Like, it's going to be more videos. It's going to be more personal. It's going to be more vlogs. It's going to be more story times and shit. And I just really want to feel like we have launched more than 1,000 ships together. I want us to help each other launch. I want us to be running behind each other with our vessel and shoving it into the water and saying, cool, first you, next me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling called in that direction. So, did I say enough about me? Enough about me. Let's get into y'all. I really just thank you, all of you, for sending these supportive messages. It really, it helps a lot. It's gonna be fun. As scared as I am. Yes, thank you, Maria. Exactly. That's what I want. That's what I want. Thank you. Ah, Debbie! Listen, I'm here for shady practices just to get us to go live. Thank you. So, like I said, as scared as I am, and literally, it's like as scared as I am is as joyful as I am. Like, totally equal. Like, they are just, they're battling it out. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate your support. So that's where you'll find me. We have 2 more live streams, like I said, after this, the next 2 Fridays, and then after that, you will find the readings on Zero's journey. I'm very excited and terrified. Okay, enough about me. For real this time. Let's talk about you. We're gonna go in order this week. Aries all the way to Pisces, just so people know what to expect. And let's take a look at your week ahead. And I must say that I was getting this inspiration. Oh, yay, Christina, thank you so much. The link to subscribe is in the description. It's in the first line. So if you just open the little description box underneath the video, you'll be able to copy paste that little link. Thank you for asking. So as I was getting ready to do your readings and make this announcement and focus on Zero's journey, I was getting this little nudge from Spirit to kind of be like, where do all the signs want or need to start from 0? Can I just show you what flew out? Where do all the signs need to start from 0? So let's get creative. Let's get passionate. Let's get brave. And let's see where each sign could use a fresh start. And what's ahead for this week? Spirit, starting with Aries. Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. That was fast. Okay, overall energy and focus. Wow. Okay. Look at money, jobs, projects, work. Beautiful. And finally, Spirit, looking at love, connections, relationships. Well, here's your bonus card, just in case any Aries wasn't sure whether or not Spirit really wanted to talk about starting from 0. Here they are, the Fool themselves, number 0. Let's go. Woof! Okay, Aries, you hold yourself to a pretty high standard. And I'm feeling like holding yourself to that standard is limiting you a little bit. You are not standard. Mike, oh, it didn't save or something because today sucks. Okay. Okay. Do I take 10 seconds to amend that? Shit. Okay. Hold, please. Taking 10 seconds. Good thing I wore pants for this stream. We are experiencing technical difficulty. It's been a motherfucking day. Okay. Now, theoretically, there should be a link. This has been the best day. Hi. Yeah, exactly. See, and wearing pants when the AC was broken on top of it, like, yay. Y'all, you're the best. Thank you for your patience. I mean, are most of us wearing pants most of the time? Really? Like, even pre-quarantine, if I can be honest, I'm not a big pants fan, but today was the day. Yes, Crystal. Today is the call-in show featuring my lovely assistant. I am so fucking excited. Like, so excited. We were both sweating like pigs this morning and just like still really excited to do the show. So yes. Yee! I hope you can hear him. Okay. All right. Aries, forgive me. I promise it's all about you. It's all about you, Aries. And it's about recognizing your limitations, okay? Let's look at overall focus and energy for the week. Here's why Spirit is even saying, yes, exactly. Spirit is not saying that, like, you're not doing it right. They're actually saying that you're being a little hard onto yourself to the point where it's, like, restrictive. Like, if it's not perfect, what is it worth? Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, double fours, double organization, double container. But the Four of Swords is a restful container. The Four of Pentacles is a clench. Unclench, Aries. Spirit says some of you are waiting for like a solution or a message. Yay, Jackie, happy to see you. Some of you are waiting for like confirmation or to be set free or etc. Oh, love. I feel like you're comparing yourself to other people. That's part of what I want to say, is I feel like you might be comparing yourself to the very best and thinking that what you have is in comparison like not enough. And any place that in your life, Aries, where you might feel like this is not enough, I would invite you to notice where there's like more than enough or what's going great. We're not trying to spiritually bypass. We're not trying to pretend that there's nothing wrong. Where we decide to keep our focus for most of the time matters a lot. You know, people, how do I want to say this? Like, people confuse kindness for weakness, right? And people confuse hope for like blind optimism. But the truth is that nothing gets done without there first being hope and there first being a sense of possibility. So give yourself the grace and the liberty to fuck it up, to suck at something you really want to do right. Give yourself that fucking permission, and don't be surprised when you stun yourself and you stun other people with what you alone can bring to the table. And that, Spirit is saying, is the problem with looking at the way other people are doing it. Is like, well, sure, because that's their way. Like, you don't even know the myriad and layers of experience and contacts and blah, blah, blah that brought them to the place where they're doing what they're doing. What's your magic? You're the magician. You are number one, and people want to help you. People are available. Two of Cups. This is in the sector of money and projects and jobs. Have you been looking to partner up with someone, link up, create a podcast, etc.? Yes, exactly that, Hillary. Tunnel vision is fucking brutal. Like, we can focus on, I fucked this up, and meanwhile, opportunity to do something way cooler or more fun, or find out how you fucked it up and then never fuck it up like that again. Just sweep past, because we're looking right here at what I fucked up. So, you fucked around, you found out. You have to be a fool to become a magician. You have to start at 0 to get to 1. So, don't fucking denigrate your foolish moments. Don't denigrate your mistakes. Don't denigrate getting in over your head. Don't denigrate, I don't know as much as anybody else about this topic. If you feel called, go. Okay? Okay. Now, Aries, looking at love and looking at connections, I will say you have the 2 of Cups in that money and project sector. Hey, Derpy. Kitty cameo. And the 2 of Cups often does equate to new possibilities, and Spirit is actually saying for a lot of you, it's getting out of that comfort zone, 4 of Pentacles, like that discomfort fucking zone, and stepping out that brings you into kind of the vicinity of somebody that you would want to partner with in whatever way. So some of you already know who your 2 of Cups person is, like, and some of you are waiting. All that is waiting for you is for you to step out as your foolish magician self. I give myself permission to fuck around and find out. I give myself permission to fuck it up, to even fail, right? Fail. Oh no. Will I be dead if I fail? Okay, then I'm okay with the consequences. You feel me? Now looking at love, connections, opportunities. Here's what I'm hearing, Aries, is you ought to sit back and sit pretty. 9 of Cups, here I am by myself, loving it, having a great time. Yes, that can mean you're single, but it could also just mean you are the center of your life. And what I'm feeling is somebody is gonna zoom by. Knight of Swords, like very possibly an air sign or air dominant person, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I just feel kind of a fly-by-night, that's the phrase that Spirit is using, like a fly-by-night type of energy. So this is somebody who like wants to be liked and doesn't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love the validation that you give me, and I want to put in 0 like actual effort or work or time with you. I feel like sit back and let this person like the phrase that my sister and I have used is like, leave that text message just like hanging there in your fucking text like a dead fish, unanswered, unopened. Like, let this person go by. If they want to put in the work and they actually want to like show up, whether literally or figuratively, and like show you with action that they are dedicated to you, that they care about you, that they're invested in you, then let them show through actions. Like, I feel very, I don't know if they're quite empty words, but there's a lot of hot air in there. There might be something in there, but there's a lot of fucking hot air, and I would let it go by. I would sit there, you know, queenly, kingly, and let people show you who they are. And that's what Spirit just said. Show me who you are. Don't tell me who you are. Show me who you are. Very Aries energy, right? All right. I hope that that is helpful, Aries. Now, we're going to talk to your younger sibling, Taurus. Just saw the Knight of Pentacles jump out of the deck, shuffled it back in, but Spirit is ready to talk to Taurus. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what they're saying. Okay. Let's get into it. Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon and Rising, Taurus Dominant Folks. What's the overall focus and energy for this week? Okay. Yee, I'm so glad. And when it comes to money, when it comes to work, when it comes to jobs, Spirit, what does Taurus need to know in the coming week for their highest good? Wow. Okay. And when it comes to love, connections, relationships, friends, family, what does Taurus need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Woo-wee. Are we just going to pull a major arcana figure for every single sign? That would be fun. Ooh, wow. Okay, beautiful week, Aries. I'm so sorry, Taurus. I know you're Taurus. I'm so sorry. Maybe you have some Aries placements, Taurus? That could be. Okay. Beautiful card for anybody, but especially appreciated by my Taurus folks. 10 of Pentacles, wealth, security. Spirit actually just said the best laid plans, but they mean that in a very good way. Like, you have created something and it is coming to fruition. You're going to feel the protection from your family or from the community around you, remembering that family can be blood, family can be chosen. It's a beautiful mix to have the Hermit right next to you will be protected, you will be loved, you will be surrounded by people who support you and care about you. Best of both worlds. And here's the thing that Spirit is saying, and I love this, Taurus, they're saying you all have a really beautiful sense of self. And that's often true for any Taurus, but especially right now, this week, like knowing your worth and your value. Again, I'm going to say, whether you're a Taurus listening to this or not, this is true. Knowing your worth and your value is directly commensurate to the type of relationships and the type of support that you invite in. Know your worth. Trust yourself. Do what you feel like you need to do, even if it goes against the grain. Okay? The Hermit often does go against the grain. The Hermit has a perspective that nobody else has. You're on top of things. That's what Spirit is saying. And like, just to jump right over to money and work and projects, it's just like success, 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 breakthrough, appreciation, people noticing you, people amplifying you is the word that Spirit just used. So some of you might do something entrepreneurial or have like a small business or a side hustle, and it's kind of like getting the right shout out from the right person, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, here comes an influx of followers or customers or etc. because this person decided to amplify my work or my voice or my post or whatever. And I would also say, Taurus, like Spirit came in right on the edge of that to say, and also be the person who does that. Be the person who promotes and shares what other people are doing that you really love and care about and value, because a Taurus can be trusted. Like if I'm looking at like buying new skincare or something like that, you know, the sensual stuff specifically, I'm trusting and looking to like my Taurus, my Venusian friends like first. So share with people what you value and what you think is really great, and don't be surprised that somebody is like, thank you for amplifying me, now I would love to amplify you. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is kind of showing me like that infinity symbol of like giving and receiving, giving and receiving. And I'm going to come back to something because that they just showed me the Four of Pentacles and said Aries loud and clear in my head, to say, in case any of you have Aries placements or you're still listening and you're an Aries, that give to get, it's not like I'll give to you so I can get. It's let me give to you because even if I feel like I don't have enough, let me recognize how abundant my life is. Like, for example, if you are watching this in America right now, as I am, even those of us that don't have very much, it's like if we were to compare where we are to almost any other place in the world, we're doing great, right? So just to say, appreciating what you have and giving because you recognize how very abundant you are is going to invite more celebration, more, and Spirit just used the word representation. So this is very specific, but some of you might be seeking out like talent managers, talent agents, looking for publishers, looking for etc. Give to get, okay? And again, I want to make the distinction. When Spirit says give to get, they don't mean give so that you can get. They mean when you give, expect to get, okay? But do it because it feels good, and then see what happens. If you do it and it feels bad and it makes you clench, the world will clench with you. So if it makes you clench, don't do it, okay? Don't give anything away, whether praise or money or whatever that you don't want to give, okay? Really fucking important. I don't think I need to tell really Tauruses that, unless you have some people-pleasy, you know, some Virgo, some Libra, hidden somewhere in your chart driving you toward that, like, oh, I could do this. No. Now, looking at relationships, connections, there is some re-evaluation here, and it looks really healthy. It looks really balanced. Seven of Pentacles is taking a step back, looking at how things are going. And this is interesting, but Spirit's bringing this up, so let me share this. They're talking about this practice that some couples do. This is not a super common thing, but it's kind of becoming more common, where people will almost create like a contract that is like a marriage or like certifying your partnership, except you say, you know, you set your own parameters every year or every 5 years or whatever, we'll revisit this and either recommit or dissolve. So it's making like the clear space for, is this working for you? Is this working for me? Like, how do we feel? What needs changing, or what doesn't need changing? Is everything great? Cool, sign off, we're still together. So Spirit's kind of asking you to do that. And I know that's very plain. Like, that's very like forward. That's very bold. Yeah, exactly. Like a commitment ceremony, then like a recommitment ceremony. Like, do I choose to recommit to you? Or does this commitment no longer either make one or both of us happy, or etc.? Like, oh, Jen, no worries. We'll still be here, and the video will be up. So like, please don't even worry about it. I appreciate you being here. Trust yourself, Taurus. And if something needs to change, make that apparent. The other card you have in the relationship sector is a beautiful one. Strength, self-compassion, self-recognition, self-forgiveness. Like, the lion inside might sometimes lash out, slash somebody with its claws before you even had a chance to say like, wait, I'm not about to lose my temper. Forgive yourself. Have some compassion for yourself. I totally feel you, Maria. I mean, honestly, I see it as very egalitarian, very progressive. Like, is this still working for both of us? Okay, great. And if not, what's the deal? Like, can we work it out? Can we not work it out? And then proceeding. It also, I think, gives people a chance not to take each other for granted. Like, oh yeah, you know, like, am I gonna release this person, or am I gonna release this person? Okay. Let's just leave it there, Taurus. Love yourself, and loving yourself, taking care of yourself is going to be exactly the baseline that you need to know if somebody's not treating you right. You know what I'm saying? If you love you enough, then you're not going to accept any fucking less than you're an addition to my life. Because if you're a subtraction, then you can get the fuck out, because I'm good. Look, Hermit 10 of Pentacles, I'm good, right? Like, you're real good, Taurus. And you're at a good place. You have a good vantage point this week to settle some things like that and make some determinations about what you would need, you know? Okay. I'm gonna leave it there, Taurus. Spirit got real deep. And now, right? Spirit is great. Listen, I never heard it that way, Jackie, until this very moment. Spirit is great. And talking to Spirit is great. Like, y'all be making me laugh while I'm just like peeing in the middle of the night. Spirit be dropping in and dropping some gems. All right, let's talk to Gemini. Gemini, whoa, okay. That jumped right to the top of the deck. Okay, Gemini, overall focus and energy for this week. Spirit, what do Geminis need to know for their highest good? Fair enough. And now, when it comes to money, work, projects, jobs for Gemini, Spirit, what do they need to know for their highest good? And when it comes to connections, relationships, lovers, friends, family, what does Gemini need to know? Okay. Ooh, time to ground yourself. Spirit being loud and clear. Time to ground yourself, because thinking about it is only going to take you so far. I know how that sounds, especially to an air sign, let alone a Gemini. So like, bear with me. You have a bonus card. So let's come to the overall focus and energy for this week. First, I want to show you the card that jumped right up to the top of the deck as soon as I started talking about Gemini. Five of Swords. Spirit is saying that some of you, remember, these are general readings, y'all. Some of this is going to resonate. Some of it is going to be for other Geminis. So don't take this personally if this is not you. But I feel like some of you are trying to play, it's like play life a little bit like a chess game this week. Like, I'm trying to be 3 moves ahead. I'm trying to be like 3 moves ahead of this person. Like, and they're going to come at me with this and I'm going to come at them with that. And it's almost like going into the week with like a battling kind of sense. And I'm not here to demonize a battle. There are times when we need to battle, when we need to bitch out, when we need to whatever. Five of Swords, and also combined with another one of your cards that we'll pick up and look at in a second, does not bode well for getting what you want out of trying to think 3 steps ahead of people. Now, that could go for some people when it comes to relationships. It could be a Machiavellian thing for some people, right? For others, it could be you're trying to think 3 steps ahead about like creating content or doing your job. And it's like, ooh, I feel you, Tammy. I feel you. And the Five of Swords is like a losing battle. It's like nobody gets what they want out of this. That's what the Five of Swords indicates. Like neither the opposing party nor you is going to walk away feeling like, yeah, I won. And if somebody does walk away feeling like, yeah, I won, it's that fucked up, we've all been there, right? Like, I could just speak for myself and say that there have been times in my maybe relationships or conflicts where I've said or done something where later I was not okay with my behavior. It was like, that was not at my level for integrity. That is not at my level for my ethics. That was a wrong thing to say or whatever. You know what I mean? Five of Swords is that. Five of Swords is like, wow, how am I going to like try to hit you below the belt and I hit myself below the belt at the same time? That's Five of Swords. So, Gemini, resist the urge to hit below the belt. Resist the urge to eviscerate something or someone. You can't have somebody, a relationship working and loving and living in your life if you've eviscerated it and autopsied it and laid it on a table and said like, well, this is how much your affection weighs as I pull out your guts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, what the fuck? I have no idea what you're saying. Now, here's the part where Spirit is talking about grounding yourself. Five of Swords was the first card. Here is the second couplet up. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Anytime you start thinking about how to beat somebody else at their own game, and that's how Spirit's putting it, you start to lose because you're not playing your own game. Play your own game, Gemini. What's your game? What do you care about? What do you truly want to invest your time and energy into? Do you want to invest your time and your energy and your considerable verbal and mental skills on this? You can, but like, why? That matters. That matters. That's good. I mean, if you can uncover something, like I'm here for hard conversations. I'm just not here for Pyrrhic victories, which is the Greek term for when, you know, 2 countries go to war and one wins the war and loses 80% of their soldiers. That's not a win. You feel me? And that's what this is about, is like, don't strike just to strike. Like, oh, Julie, thank you. I'm so glad. It means so much. Oh, I'm so excited and so scared. And so scared, but so excited. Speaking of scared and excited, Gemini. When it comes to work, projects, etc., money, budgeting, that Three of Swords is the other little indicator in here that there's a little bit of a losing battle. And here's what Spirit is saying. Again, these are general readings, Gemini, so if this doesn't resonate with you, I don't want it to worry you. It's only for certain Geminis that are listening, okay? If it does ring a little bell, pay extra attention and just put it in your tool belt and use it as the week is going on. I'm feeling like somebody says no. I'm feeling like you are really excited to do something or to get something started, or it's like, I'm on the edge of getting this job or I'm on the edge of starting this project, and something happens that is disappointing as fuck. Something that is a setback. Three of Swords is not 10 of Swords. So let's be clear. 10 of Swords is like, ooh, this is fucked. Like, this is done. This is over. Wash your hands and walk away. 3 of Swords is disappointment, even like heartbreak. But here's the thing. We've got a card for like actual literal heartbreak in the 5 of Cups, where it's like, I'm mourning, I'm grieving, I'm crying. The 3 of Swords is more like, I am alone in my head and I'm torturing myself with my own thoughts. You feel me? And Gemini, you are the Swords element. You are the air element. So when your self-talk is good, it's grandiose. When your self-talk is bad, you are, again, eviscerating yourself and laying yourself on the table. Well, this is why it happened to me, because I'm a fucking stupid piece of shit. Like, and you could just be like, and it's, no. Ground yourself. What do you care about? What do you want to invest in? And what do you want to divest from? Okay? Three of Swords. Sometimes the three, listen, nobody likes the Three of Swords. Nobody wants to get the card that says there's some kind of severing or some kind of break or disappointment. But sometimes, any one of us who is listening to this video right now, self included, that has been in a bad, shitty, terrible relationship or work situation that really needed to end, that like, this isn't going to get better, nobody's interested in making any changes, like, this isn't going to get better, this is this. Sometimes the Three of Swords is a goddamn blessing and a way of saying like, oh, okay, this ain't it. Next. Some of you all might have Aries placements, because this is showing up in the exact same part of your reading, the Magician. Bring your unique talents forward. If somebody says you can't do that here or you can't do it that way, don't let that deter you. Don't let that stop you. If it's in you, bring it forward, no matter how that has to happen. Don't let one disappointment convince you that it's over. That's what Spirit is really having me hammer home. So don't give up if there's a little bit of a like, ugh, a disappointment. I really thought I was going to get that job, or I really thought they were going to approve XYZ. If it doesn't come through, remember that you're the Magician. And remember that sometimes, like, shit, we need to introduce swords, single or multiple, into the recipe to make a change. People are scared of swords, but the truth is swords cut, and swords cut through shit and set us free. So, wow, here's the other thing that Spirit just said, and I want to, before I say this, I just want to say, if any of you are grieving right now about anything, please be very kind to yourself, okay? And I'm not trying to scoot you past the grieving or the mourning. But what Spirit is saying is that one plus, we could say one beauty or one gift that grief brings is clarity. Like, what really didn't matter a week ago that I was obsessing about and worrying about, now, when I'm in grief, means like less than zero to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, was I really freaking out about the fact that like my Amazon package got here 3 days late? Like, it really brings clarity and perspective if we allow it to. And Spirit is saying some of you might get some clarity, inspiration, perspective, Magician, lightning rod type situation. I mean, got thunder and lightning right here in the card. And I got the Magician lightning rod right next to it. So, you may be energized by a severing. And I don't think, especially Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles at the beginning of your reading, bookended by Queen of Wands and Six of Pentacles. If you're afraid that you're going to be alone, that is so not the case. If you're afraid that you won't be supported, that is so not the case. Hey, Therese, welcome. Happy to have you whenever you get here. Six of Pentacles is generosity given and received, and the Queen of Wands knows her gifts, knows her skills, knows her creativity, her warmth, her attractiveness, her charisma. And Gemini, you are a charismatic soul. You are a speaker. You do tend to lead the room because you tend to think faster than most of us, right? Show off. Queen of Pentacles, Magician, Queen of Wands, you're a creator. Embrace that aspect of yourself. Invest your energy and time and work into stuff you actually want to build, not stuff you want to break or diminish. That will take care of itself. That's what Spirit just said. Woo, Lord. Okay. Gemini, I hope that that is helpful. Spirit being real intense. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see as we proceed through the zodiac if any of these folks repeat. So let's move on. Oh, I'm so glad, Hillary. I'm so glad. Thank you. So let's move now from Mercurial Gemini to Lunar Cancer. The Moon Children, watery souls, Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising Spirit. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant Cancer folks. Spirit, what do they need to know this week? Overall focus and energy for Cancer. Wow. Okay. And when it comes to work, money, jobs, opportunities, what does Cancer need to know, Spirit? Please, for their highest good. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant Cancer energy. What's going on for Cancer in the realm of relationships this week? What do they need to know for their highest good? Spirit says, take a deep breath, Cancer. Take a deep breath. And once you've taken that deep breath, make sure you let it all the way out. You might be holding 5% of a breath at all times. Let it go. Let me just show you what Spirit threw out of the deck when I said that. 10 of Cups. Breathe. Let it out. Expansion is what Spirit just said. Expansion is on its way, Cancer, so you're gonna want to breathe deep and get ready. Woof! Jesus Christ, Cancer. What are you getting up to? Overall focus and energy for this week, Cancer. 2 pages, 2 messengers, the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Where are you getting pulled? That's what Spirit is saying. Where are you being pulled? What are the messages? And Spirit is talking about like synchronicities, where it's like, oh, Tammy, yes. Oh, it's coming so close. Spirit wants to know where you are feeling, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Cancer people, but Tammy, you're like super pregnant. You must be super pregnant right now. Congratulations. Oh, Cancer baby, Cancer baby. Can't wait to read that week when she, okay, all right. So, you got these messengers, right, Cancer? And you have also these messages of your own. And Spirit is kind of putting the emphasis there. Cardinal Cancer, leaders, starters, initiators, intrepid. And that's the word that Spirit is using. Be intrepid. Put out the message. Put out the call. That's what Spirit is saying. So some of you, it's like you are wanting to kick something off, or you're wanting to gather people together. I mean, that 10 of Cups combined with these 2 pages, it just feels like a gathering. And 10 of Cups is like lover, friend, family. It's all of the cups, and they all runneth over. And when I'm looking at the rest of your reading, there's a lot of beauty and comfort and harmony and safety here. So put yourself out there. If you're worried about putting yourself out there, if you're specifically, we'll talk about why in just a second, if you're also specifically worried about pitting your idea against other people, not even against, but it's like, oh, you know, there's other people out here doing the thing that I'm trying to do or whatever, and maybe I shouldn't do it. Don't fucking let that stop you. Spirit wants you to be intrepid. I can talk. Spirit wants you to be intrepid. Spirit wants you to embrace that cardinal aspect of you that is like, if I don't care if somebody else has done it, I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to do it like me, right? What comes through you, what is filtered through you, is always going to be different. So as long as you're not straight up plagiarizing somebody, don't worry if other people are out here doing the thing that you're doing, okay? Okay. Let's talk about it. Why is that, Cancer? Because, and this is the phrase Spirit is using, so this is kind of interesting just in case any of you have used this phrase or heard this phrase used about you recently. Spirit is saying you have earned your stripes, okay? Looking at money, looking at jobs, opportunities. King of Swords, 7 of Wands. Here's the part where Spirit is like, if you are thinking that like, oh, you know, there's already people out here doing this, or alternatively, and I'm hearing this too, oh, people are gonna fucking be so mad if I put this message out into the world. You know, like maybe you want to say something that's a little different or progressive or controversial. Hey, Kayla, welcome. And you might hesitate. Don't hesitate. Do what you want. Hesitate if you want. Free will, right? But I'm feeling from Spirit, don't hesitate. You've earned your stripes. You've earned your authority. Anything that anybody comes at you with, you are very well prepared, very well trained in getting your idea across, perhaps despite some opposition. Perhaps, yes, there is like a... Spirit is now saying like 2 steps forward, 1 step back is still a step forward. Okay? So I'm going to bring you back to something they were saying at the beginning of the reading when I was talking about the new channel and Zero's journey and all of that, is don't be fucking afraid to fail. I don't think you're going to fail. That's not why I'm saying it. I'm saying when you stop worrying about failing, you set yourself free to be more present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, set yourself free to be more present in the moment, to be more fully in your authority. King of Swords is the king of the mind, the monarch of words and messages. You communicate very effectively, especially this week. And you might surprise yourself at how you're able to overcome some objections or some self-doubts. So you may, Spirit is funny, and they're saying for some of you, these wands are going to be external, like people literally, you know, coming at you with revisions or like rejection or etc. Some of y'all are doing that to yourself. Like, and either way, it's time to get clear. And it's time to accept your authority, okay? You've earned your stripes, as Spirit said. You've earned your stripes. This is a beautiful reading, Cancer, and I'm just going to remind you that that 10 of Cups jumped out right at the beginning as I bring you over to the sector of relationships and feelings. 6 of Swords, 4 of Wands, clarity, movement, being able to suddenly get somewhere that you couldn't get before because you, Spirit's being funny, but they're like, because you didn't get it. Like, of course you couldn't get there, you didn't get it. 6 of Swords is learning from the tough situations in our lives. It's learning and then saying, this is not, you know, I've got these mythical sword points in this boat, but somehow they're not sinking my ship. And that's because the swords are mental. I'm not allowing them to cut me. I'm allowing them to remind me where I've been, what I've been through, so that again, I can be present in the moment, not worrying about, am I going to fuck it up? Is this, again, we're talking about the realm of connections and relationships. So like, am I going to fuck up this relationship? Da 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 da. No, you've learned so much. You've learned so much and you're taking it forward with you. So this is indicating clearer days. This is indicating things making more sense. And what are you sailing toward? You're sailing toward this. 4 of Wands, beautiful partnership, commitment, even like sharing a home. 6 of Swords combined with the 4 of Wands can also indicate moving to a new home. And it's like a beautiful thing. Like everything is clear. Everything kind of moves out of your way. And I want to, again, reference for those of you that were here at the very beginning of the video when I was talking to you about how like I almost didn't make it to these lives today. When things start to flow and things start to happen in such a way and synchronicities come to say like, hey, what you're doing is cool, or hey, that thing you were talking about, here's that word again. These are your signs to continue in that direction, okay? So my thermostat imploding and heating the house up to, you know, a low grade hell, but then being fixed and cooled just in time to hop on and do this stream instead of having to cancel it like I thought I was going to. It's, you know, I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying like, we know you're scared of your fucking thermostat, but you can do this. You're gonna be all right. And so are all of us, all right? It might get a little uncomfortable. We might sweat. I wish I had a collar up here that I could pull on. We might sweat. But we want to raise the thermostat. We want to raise our ability to have and to enjoy and to feel worthy is what Spirit just said. Keep it in mind. All right. I hope that is, wow. I've been shuffling these. Spirit just threw that out again. So just to really double down. Holy fuck. Sorry, that flew out too. Sorry, Cancer, you're getting bonus cards. So, okay. All right. Looks pretty fucking great. Like, please, please seize the moment this week. That's really what they're throwing out is like, seize the moment. Don't let stuff go by. If you feel like you want to do it, even if you're scared. Okay. Now, let's talk to Leo. Let's talk to our lion friends. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising and dominant folks. What do y'all need to know this week? For your highest good. Oh, I wish y'all could see. I have 2 napping cats just off screen. They're so cute. And they are so snuggly and comfy. It's big Leo energy in here. All right. Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon. Leo rising and dominant folks. What do they need to know this week for their highest good? Overall focus and energy for Leo. Okay. And when it comes to jobs, money, budgets, projects, what do Leos need to know, Spirit, for their highest good this week? What energy do they want to be aware of for their highest good? Okay. And finally, when it comes to love, connections, relationships, friends, family, Spirit, what do you want to talk to Leo about in the realm of emotion? Leo, for their highest good. Okay. Ooh. Oof. Okay, I'm curious how many of y'all have Cancer placements, because we're seeing some repeaters here. This is a nice reading. I'm also hearing there's a lot of potential for healing this week, Leo. Let's talk. Overall focus and energy. Here's you, Queen of Swords. Queen of the mind this week. Queen of logic, Queen of speaking. Oh, Brenda. Ugh, I'm sorry. And I do have some good news for you, and good times after troubled times. So let's go there. Let's get there. The Queen of Swords is someone who knows their truth and speaks it. The Queen of Swords is someone who's like, oh, I'm like, you know, kind of a sorry, not sorry that hurt your feelings. Like, it's just what the truth is. Like, and I want to make a distinction. The Queen of Swords is not the Page of Swords. It's not like, I'll say whatever I want and like, damn the consequences. The Queen of Swords is a mistress of her words. Reminder, you can be a male Queen of Swords, you can be a female Queen of Swords, you can be a non-binary Queen of Swords. Has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with the fact that queens are creators. So you are crafting words, crafting messages, crafting the truth. And I feel like you are getting some beautiful support. Things are moving, is what Spirit just said. Knight of Cups. This is the night of love. This is the night of feelings. And the knights represent a transition. You know, the pages are the messenger. So they bring the message. The knight receives the message, right? And like takes the action. Whether it's like, okay, so the war is happening over here, I've got to go this way. Or the queen has called for me, I've got to go that way. Which is more what it is this week, right? So Leo, you're the queen. Whether you're intentionally doing it or not is completely up to you. But you are summoning this Knight of Cups energy. Supportive energy, open-hearted energy, guileless energy. And I want to say the Knight of Cups is very often described as the suitor card. So prince or princess or non-binary monarch on a white horse, on bended knee, ring in hand, etc. It's all that sort of feeling. This is somebody who wants to go deep, and because it's saddled up next to that Queen of Swords, some of you might have your guard up. Understandable, you know? Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Your free will is everything. But I do feel very clarifying, very safe, very calm waters type of energy from this person and from your reading in general. So let's keep going. Calm waters. You have 2 6s right at the center. So we're talking about money, jobs, opportunities, projects. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Generosity given and received. Clarity received and acted upon. And that's what Spirit is saying. So 6 of Pentacles, getting paid what you're worth. Getting appreciated for what you're worth. So some of you, it may be literally right. We're talking about money and jobs. So it's like, am I getting paid what I'm worth? Or do I need to move on? 6 of Swords. That could be the truth for some of you. A recognition that it's like, I'm not getting as much as I want. So even if it's just taking the first steps of looking around or updating my resume or whatever, we want to take action in the direction that we are feeling pulled, even if it's a very small action, because that says to the universe, I'm down. Rather than, you know, you don't have the 4 of Pentacles or anything here. I'm just using that as an example. But rather than like tightening up because we're like, oh God, but if I do that, all sorts of scary things could happen or whatever. Like, so let me just batten down the hatches and stay doing what I'm doing. Like, let me just like head down, power through. Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit wants you to be very open to the idea of things expanding. The sixes in the tarot indicate flow, indicate like, oh no, I hope it's not cutting out. I hope we're still here. Spirit dance. I feel like some of you are getting the message that you've outgrown something, but this feels good to me. This feels like a positive thing. This feels like an encouraging, like, oh, I've outgrown this. It doesn't feel mournful. Although, of course, I want to leave room for the fact that there might be some mixed feelings about being ready to move on from something or somewhere. That's totally fair. That's totally normal. Don't let that get you to lower your thermostat, okay? Don't throw on a couple more coats to stave off the discomfort and just keep staying in 30 degrees. Nah, crank that bitch up. Let's get it up to 70, balmy 75. That'd be so nice. Move forward. Move on. You are in the flow. Here's the other thing that I'm hearing is when it comes to your work, do what you can to cultivate a flow state. What do I mean by that? If I know that tomorrow I need to get up and execute on a certain project, or whether it's writing or making a video or doing whatever, I want to set myself up for success. I want to not wake up to a messy desk, for example, and then be able to procrastination as perfectionism myself into well, I can't possibly do this writing while my desk is just a mess. And then once I've cleaned off the desk, it's like, oh, well, now I'm noticing that the rest of the house could use a little clean. I should just go ahead and take today to clean the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's that easy to get deterred from taking action on the thing we're supposed to take an action on. Oh, that's beautiful. Jen, thank you. I didn't know that. I want to see some of that. Some live stream maypole and shit. So, set yourself up for a flow state, Leo. Whether that means, again, desk is cleaned, the agenda is written, I already have my to-do list so that tomorrow morning I don't even have to think about it. I open up the planner or look at the post-it with the bullet points and say, this is what I'm doing today. And I save all my precious energy, all my precious glucose that our brains spend every time we have to make a decision. I'm going to save that glucose by planning it out and then just executing. Queen of Swords. Plan it out, execute. Flow state. Everything goes easier. Everything tips into the next thing when we get into that flow state. Now, speaking of ease and flow, when we come over to the realm of relationships, very calm, gentle energy. Four of Swords, rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, quiet time, meditation time, prayer time, bath time, especially next to the Page of Cups. What can you do to give yourself more mental space, to expand that mental landscape? Not so that it can hold more, but so that what you hold feels lighter. That's what Spirit is saying. It's we're not talking about, hey, can you clear the deck so that we can bring a lot more work in or a lot more stuff in? Especially in the realm of relationships, it's no. This is the time to clear stuff out. It's a mental, spiritual, emotional spring cleaning. You are getting your thoughts in order. You are bringing some peace and quiet and healing. That's the other thing about the Four of Swords. Healing to your relationships. Page of Cups says, open up because there's a message coming. There's a message coming to you, and I think it's going to take you by surprise. And this is the phrase that Spirit just used, so I'm going to also remind you that that Knight of Cups is at the beginning of your reading, right next to that Queen of Swords. I'm hearing someone wants to make amends. Now, that's really interesting because I'm hearing this a couple different ways. I'm hearing it the simple way, somebody wants to say sorry, or somebody wants to try to make amends. Somebody might even want to try to reconnect with you. I leave that entirely up to you, whether or not that is good for you. You will know whether or not you want to invite this person in, and whether that's going to contribute to your healing, or if that is going to slow down, or etc. I feel that someone wants to make amends, and if you can truly, okay? If you can't, don't. But if you can find it in your heart to offer forgiveness or to ask for your own amends, I would do that. And the interesting thing, there's the simple version, right? And then there's the version where Spirit is talking about making amends very, very literally in the context of like Alcoholics or Narcotics Anonymous, where it's like one of the steps to go around making amends, going to the people that you have maybe messed up or hurt and making amends, saying, I'm sorry, and what can I do to show you that I'm sorry? Somebody may want to do that for you this week, or the message may be reversed and you may want to do that for someone. Either way, I would take the opportunity if it feels true and authentic and aligned. I think it can open you up, like Spirit said. It's not about having more room to hold more. It's about having more room so that what you're holding is not so heavy. And now Spirit is using, right? She knows. Now Spirit is using another metaphor that they've been bringing up to me for a bit, talking about, you know, if I take a cup of salt and I pour it in a glass of water and I try to drink that water, almost like impossible, right? Like impossible to almost impossible, or at least at the very least, like very unpleasant. But if I pour a cup of salt into, say, a lake, and then I take a sip of lake water, it's totally drinkable. I may not even notice the salt was there. So Spirit is talking about expanding perspective, remembering that when we start to get tight about something, everything starts to seem dominated by this one thing, when really it's like, okay, no, my perspective is on this. Things are actually a lot wider than I'm giving him credit for. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Thank you for listening, Leo. Now, let's talk to your earthly sibling. Let's talk to Virgo. Spirit, what do our earth children need to know this week? Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, and Virgo dominant folks. What's the message this week, Spirit, for their highest good? What overall energy and focus do you want to bring up for Virgo? Okay, that was quick. And when it comes to money, work, jobs, projects, okay. And finally, Spirit, when it comes to relationships for Virgo, relationships, connections, friends, family, lovers, whatever you want to highlight for Virgo. Okay. Woo! You moving on, Virgo? Wow. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oof. That's a lot of major arcana, Virgo. Okay. Okay. Let's start here. Overall focus and energy for this week. Yikes. Just bear with me. 10 of Swords, Knight of Wands. I actually want to say, especially looking at the rest of these cards, that you should try to consider yourself set free from something, Virgo. 10 of Swords is, I'm exhausted, I'm over it, I tried everything, I'm done. I'm writing it off, I'm releasing it. And that's what I'm hearing is like, I'm releasing it. And then to see the 10 of Swords followed by the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is like, with confidence and passion, I pursue that which I think is fucking cool. That which I think is fucking important. And Virgo, Spirit is saying very specifically, do not indulge any people pleaser type tendencies. If you know that you're over it, be over it. Like, Knight of Wands is very true to themselves. And this is funny, but Spirit is saying, you know, you're mutable, Virgo. Like, your mind can change, your heart can change, etc. And the Knights themselves represent that sort of mutable energy, transformation, adaptation, change. What do you want to end so that you'll have more energy for what you want to begin? That's what I'm hearing. So for some of you, that could be something like, I've been doing this type of service, or I've been doing this type of social media, or I've been doing this type of program, but really, like, it's not giving me what I want, and I'm just ready to let it go so that I can have more fire, wands, more creativity, more energy, more action in the direction of what I really do care about. So let's just come right over here, because I feel like these are directly related. Looking at money, work, jobs, opportunities, judgment. Judgment and the 10 of Swords have a lot in common. The Ten of Swords is like dead on your feet, right? And these people over here in the Judgment card have risen from the proverbial grave. They've had an awakening. You are having an awakening, Virgo. You may already know what this is. Judgment is loud. Judgment is, I can't unsee this. I can't unring this bell. This is something I know to be true. And now I've got to live my life like I know that it's true. And I've got to lead my life. You notice the Knight of Wands graduating right to a King of Wands in the money and project sector. Whether or not you think of yourself as a creative person, you're a very creative person, Virgo. King of Wands knows their skills and manages them very well. I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I'm good at this. I'm charismatic, I'm creative, I'm a community builder. Like, you've got a lot going. The King of Wands is powerful magic, powerful artist. And so are you. Again, whether you think of yourself as such or not, that's your business. Spirit's telling you what they think, and they see an artist. They see a King of Wands. They see somebody who, if you choose to set yourself free from this and go in pursuit of what feels true, this is what you become. This is where the awakening leads. Taking charge, taking the lead. And in the realm of relationships, what kind of effect does that have? The best kind. The most freeing, the most vulnerable, the most passionate, the most powerful. The Star and the Magician. Spirit just said, for a lot of you, it's like you are both stars. The Magician and the Star. Here we are, both trying to do our own thing, right? Like, both of us are magicians. Two individuals, when we put them together. Spirit just said, like, you know, you put 1 and 1 together, that's 11. That's a magic number. 11 must be important for some of y'all because Spirit is really leaning on that. Show up and show off. Be vulnerable. I'm going to bring it back to something Spirit said at the beginning of the reading, talking about this new channel I'm starting and everything else. Don't be afraid to fuck around. Don't be afraid to fail or just fuck up or have setbacks. Don't let that keep you from getting what you want to get. In love, in life, in work, whatever. There's a lot of magic to be found in vulnerability and in sharing who you are openly, shamelessly. That's the power of a star, is their shamelessness. When we have shame around something that we want, which a lot of us have shame around perfectly healthy things, receiving love, receiving attention, or whatever, we might have some like hang-ups and unhealthy shit, right? And that then when people are good to us, it can feel excruciating. We can leave a relationship because the person was too honest and too vulnerable and too forthright, and we're used to people who just like dangle the carrot of intimacy and never give it to us and keep us hungry. Do you feel me? Spirit coming through the word for some of y'all Virgo. Some of y'all who like lean into that Virgo, I'm of service, I'm supplicating, like, no. You're a King of goddamn Wands. Gender notwithstanding, you are a King of Wands. Show off. Show it. Lead the way, Virgo. Leading the way doesn't mean, again, that you need to be perfect or you need to be the best or it needs to be complete. Leading the way looks like leaders lead the way. That's why they're called leaders. Leaders go first. Like, the first leaders to do things don't do it perfectly. Like, we fuck around and we find out. And that's how we become leaders. So, fuck around. Find out. Yeah. It's scary as shit. And also, I just knew that Spirit was... This always happens. It's like these events that happen in the external, they're reflections of the internal. So, the thermostat situation this morning, this situation with Spirit... I'm shuffling these and this just flew out again. And Spirit saying, be who you are, vulnerably. Show the rest of us how to do this because we would live in a more beautiful world if more of us felt like we could do this. Like, I mean, we're raising the thermostat. Yee! Spirit is throwing cards. So clearly, they're ready to talk to Virgo's airy neighbor, Libra. Libra, sunset sign, straddling the hemispheres, straddling masculine and feminine. Spirit, What do Libras need to know for their highest good? Libra. Woof. Libra. Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising and dominant folks. What do they need to know this week, Spirit, for their highest good? Overall focus and energy for Libra. Libra sun, moon, rising and dominant. What do they need to know? What is the energy you want them to be aware for their highest good? Okay? And when it comes to work, money, projects, opportunities, what does Libra need to know? Wow. Okay. No, it's good. It's good, but oh my God. All right. Libra. Finally, when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, connections, what does Spirit want to let you know for your highest good? Wow. Woo! Libra. Okay. Let's talk. Cardinal Libra, doing it all on your own, doing it all by yourself, 10 of Wands, carrying all of the things, like, so you are managing multiple things at once this week, and aren't we all, right? Like, aren't we all multitasking it, even though we know that it's not the most efficient way to do things? And I feel like, you know, Spirit wants to acknowledge that a lot of you Librans are going to be taking care of all of the things and stuff this week. Don't be afraid to ask for help. 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, assistance, like constructive criticism, helpful input. 10 of Wands is, I can do bad all by myself. And like, okay, yeah, you can, 100%. And you could probably get there faster and with more fun if you were to bring in a couple of expert opinions, whether those are friends, whether those are people in some, like colleagues, or people in some kind of, like, if you were an entrepreneur or had a side hustle, some type of Facebook group or digital community where it's like, hey, could you guys give me some feedback on this logo or this offer or this, etc. For some of you all, this could look more like, oh my God, like, I'm either literal, like single parent, where it's like I'm washing, I'm drying, I'm taking everybody everywhere, I'm doing all of the things. You might want to get some assistance. Like, even if it's like, okay, nobody can help me with the actual stuff that I need to do, but at least I could be getting some support. At least I could be getting some input from friendly ears and eyes. You know what I'm saying? 3 of Pentacles also indicates a great milestone. So 10 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles might indicate that you've been working on something for a while, like a while, and you might be a little exhausted, even on your way to burnout. And please watch for that, Libra. Please do not burn yourself all the way out. If you know that you're headed toward burnout, it's time to meet things out a little more carefully. It's time to make a plan instead of just tackling things as they come and be like, okay, brain dump. This is one of my favorite things to do, is just like big old blank sketch page, right? Set the 10-minute timer, brain dump. Everything from, oh, I need to like replace the screw on that window, to finish chapter or whatever. Like, dump all the shit that you need to do onto the piece of paper, all 10 of your fucking wands. And then set another timer, 5 minutes. What are the 3 most important things? Which 3 things would make more room, more time, more relaxation, so that these other things can be taken care of in the best way possible? Start there. I say 3 because 3 of Pentacles, and 3 is a nice manageable number. So if you see 3 things on your task list versus 10 plus, it starts to become easier to actually hit those milestones instead of dragging it out and on and on and on. Do you feel me? Like, I just feel like, please do not cut yourself off from your resources. Like, if anything, please invite them in and ask for what you need. You're a giver, Libra. Like, I might be more careful if I was talking to a different sign, but talking to Libra, I know, like, y'all tend to give a lot. So, don't be afraid to ask. Okay? Okay. Speaking of don't be afraid to ask. Looking at work, money, projects, jobs. I mean, damn. Everybody wants to get these cards. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, partnership, commitment, mutual exchange, mutual admiration society. it makes sense. Like, Libras tend to work their best in partnerships, right? Of course, 10 of Wands. Like, you might be the Libra who's trying to do it all by yourself. This is Spirit doubling down on, hey, what would it look or feel like if you could split the load? Again, even if it was just there's somebody who can listen and somebody who can be there emotionally supportive, even if they can't take any wands from me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of you have somebody nearby. This could be friend, this could be colleague, this could be somebody that literally you want to do work with, because this is in that realm of projects and work and etc. Or this could simply be somebody who comes in and gives you a very good perspective, like a friend, about how you might handle that workload better. Maybe help you cut it down from 10 wands to 4 wands with their help and their support. You know what I mean? Like, and Spirit is bringing something else up and saying, this is a synchronicity with something that occurred earlier today. They're saying sometimes your time is worth more than money. So this could even be something like, hey, friend, like, would you be down for me to pay you X amount of dollars in order to do this task for me or to set this up? Or I'm going to take my laundry and drop it off and have somebody else do it and pay the $15 or $20 to have somebody do it and take those 2 hours that I would have been sitting at the laundromat and take care of these various things that either will make me more money or create more harmony and space in my life, or etc. So consider exchange, Libra. Like I said, you tend to work well in partnerships. There could even be a good bartering situation where it's like, oh, you do this and I do that. Why don't we trade? Like, I hate carrying these 2 wands and you hate carrying these 2 wands, but I love these 2 and you know what I'm saying? Well, let's make this work. Let's swap. I also want to say, because I can't like ignore the tone of those 2 cards showing up in the realm of work, and when we come over to love in a second, you're going to see more of why. I also want to note that for some of you, this could indicate literally working with like your partner, your mate. So some of you may work from home, some of you may be starting businesses together or be walking alongside each other on this path, but I feel very much mutual support. I feel very much like warmth and joy and exchange. It's just lovely. So whomever this is or whatever community this is, it looks like a happy place to be. I like it. And now, finally, how loud can Spirit get when we're looking at the realm of relationships? These 2 folks looking right at each other. King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I want to make a note that a lot of times we would like to see like a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups, or a King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and like, yeah, that gets me super excited. And a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups is a powerful duo because earth and water mix well together the way that like air and fire mix well together. So a swords person, a wands person. King of Pentacles is a strong, steady, Spirit is using the word predictable, but they mean it in a good way. Like predictable, dependable. If you say you do this, you will. Like, this is a person with a lot of follow through. And the Queen of Cups, I'm seeing more as you, Libra, a feeler, a pleaser, and a reflector. And that's what Spirit is saying. So between that 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and then this Queen of Cups and King of Pentacles, like, I'm hearing power couple. So if you don't already have that in your life, I would be open to the idea that that could be an energy that wants to come in, and it is connected to you not feeling like you have to take everything on your own. Again, I recognize that not all of us have somebody that's right there that we can say, hey, can you help me with this? Like I said, if you don't have that, then there's a way to do that, like in an online community, or even just like something like this, where you go to a live reading and you're just sitting with the community and sharing what's going on with you and allowing other people to witness you and then to support you. Got to open up to the idea that people might want to help you in order to receive the help. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I love this. I love this energy. It's a beautiful mix. Emotions and action. And emotions should create action, right? You're building something, take your time. Don't push yourself to burnout. If you need help, ask for it. It does appear to be available in multiple ways. Okay. I hope that that's helpful, Libra. Now, let's talk to scintillating Scorpio. Let's go into that 8th house. Sex, death, power. Let's talk, Scorpio. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. You are so welcome, Hillary. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. What do they need to know for their highest good, Spirit? Scorpio sun, moon, and rising when it comes to work, when it comes to money and resources. Beautiful. Okay. Hey, Derpy. Hey. In or out? You want in the lap? Come in the lap. Come on. In or out? In or out? Come on. Yeah. She wants to walk on the cards. Oh, Alex, I so hear you. Yeah, please take care of you. Take care of you and tap your resources. Tap them. They want to help you. Ooh, Spirit, when it comes to love and connections, emotions for Scorpio, Scorpio sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks, what do they need this week? Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, Scorpio, let me put it to you the way that Spirit is putting it to me. When you can't trust anybody else, you need to trust yourself. She absolutely does want to pull the cards. I can see it. She's still here. I'm not saying, Scorpio, that you can't trust anybody. That's not what I'm feeling. Like, oh, don't trust anybody around you this week. The headline is trust yourself. The headline is if you feel like you need to cut your fucking losses and go, cut your losses and go. I'm feeling a lot of you all might be doing like literal moving, or you're really considering it. Like it's going from, Spirit is putting it like this. It's going from like an obsessive fantasy to a concrete plan. And you may still be in the early stages of that, but let's just go right there, Scorpio. Your card, right up front, Death and the 7 of Swords. Now, this is the Scorpio card in tarot. So, yes, it can bring a little bit of alarm. What's going to come to an end? What is the door shutting on? How? What am I leaving behind? Here's the more important question. What do you want to take with you? You are in a constant state of transformation, Scorpio. What do you want to take with you, and what do you want to leave behind? Like I said, I feel like some of you may geographically want to move. Others of you, it's like, even if geographically I stay in the same place, I want this version of my life to die. Like, this is what I'm cutting out of my life this week. This is, and Spirit is using the word shedding. I'm actually hearing like detox and I just want to say, again, you know, never is there any judgment. Always do what your free will fucking says. But I do want to say, because I'm feeling the nudge about that word detox, don't do anything extreme, please. Don't fucking, like, drink fucking grapefruit juice for 3 days and eat nothing but cauliflower or whatever the fuck. Like, that will dysregulate your body. There are gentler, kinder ways that you can detox your body, detox your life. Like, don't change anything except introduce like a lukewarm glass of lemon water in the morning and you will begin to detox your body. Okay? Like, don't do anything crazy. Don't, Spirit is talking about, like, don't burn down your life so that you can start a new one. That's it's a Scorpio thing, right? Like Phoenix, like, let me just fucking set myself on fire and rise from the ashes. You can do that if you want to. I don't think you need to do that this week. I think there's actually a lot available, so it's like there's a good reason not to burn this whole thing down to ashes, because there's some useful stuff. 7 of Swords. There's some stuff that you can definitely take with you, and some stuff that you can definitely leave behind and be better off. Trust yourself. Looking at money, work, projects. The High Priestess and the King of Swords, these are two great thinkers. The King of Swords, King of Words, wherever you are on the gender spectrum, being king represents being in control of your skills, having great boundaries, knowing who you are and who the fuck you're not. King of Swords is very honest. Stabs you in the front. As Oscar Wilde said, a good friend stabs you in the front. So, then Spirit is saying, well, that's you, Scorpio. Like, when you have some words for somebody, you stab them right in the front. Like, and the High Priestess is deeply intuitive, deeply quiet. And here's something that they have, and she has very much in common with Scorpio, is I'm not going to do anything until I know that it's time. And I'm going to trust when I feel that. And Spirit wants to make a distinction between hearing your intuition and hearing like having a reaction, right? So this is the way that they want to kind of describe it. You get a text from sexy toxic ex. The reaction might be one of two things, right? It could be, oh my God, I need to text them back immediately. Or it could be like, oh, this fucking person, like, get the fuck out of my life, etc., etc., etc. Spirit would rather that you don't react, that you act like the High Priestess and you act like a Scorpio and stay quiet until you're ready to strike. Stay quiet until you know for sure this is the fucking move that I'm making. Ha! I hear that, Maria. Shoot. Let's get into our toxic relationship habits, huh? Let's not do that. I'm also hearing when it comes to work, take the lead. Take the lead and broach the topic when you're ready. High Priestess, you're going to know when all the pieces fall into place. When the research you've done or the intuitive feeling feels right and it's like, okay, the stars have aligned, I have all the information I need to know to make the pitch or to state my claim or etc. Ooh, I hear you, and I'm so glad, Crystal. I really hope that it's helpful. It's so interesting reading cards for people and like not even having them right in front of you, because it's just like Spirit is showing me all these things and giving me all these words. So I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Now, this is my most favorite part of your reading, Scorpio. Looking in the realm of love. Hey, it's Blanca. Hey, Blanca. My favorite. Speaking of empresses. Looking at the realm of love, relationships, connections, the Empress and the Magician, what do these people have in common? They fucking love themselves. They appreciate themselves. They know what they bring to the table. They're both quite individualistic figures as well, Scorpio. So, of course, some of y'all might be in relationship. Some of y'all might be single. Either way, I'm hearing take care of yourself. Like, you're the baseline, right? Like, you are the baseline. You're also, I'm hearing, creating room in your life for something new. That Death and Seven of Swords at the very beginning of like, what am I ready to let go of? And then the Empress is like, what am I inviting? What am I magnetizing? She's that classically feminine or yin energy of like receptive, summoning, being able to sit back and relax and just watch things coalesce. And that's the word that Spirit is using. The Magician has many intersecting talents, and they have a way of making things coalesce. They have a way of bringing things into being. Love yourself, Scorpio. Oh, I'm Spirit just said, worship yourself. The way you worship your lovers, Scorpio, worship yourself. Anybody who has been loved by a Scorpio, whether Sun in Scorpio rising or Venus in Scorpio, knows what it is to be the object of someone's like obsessive affection. Let's not say object, the subject of someone's obsessive affection. Like, love yourself like that. Worship yourself the way that you worship your lovers this week, and see what type of external magic responds to that internal magic. Feel me? Might make it easier, you may find, to end and ditch things that don't feel right for you anymore. And that's true at all times. The more we can feel our inner Magician and our inner Empress and feel badass and beautiful and valuable, the easier it is to say, oh, this isn't good enough for me. I'm so sorry. I'd rather be alone than with somebody who is like a drain or a drama like source or annoying, frankly. And Spirit is saying some of y'all have been annoyed by some people, kind of, and they're showing me like swatting a fly. Like, oh, just get out of my inbox. Just get out of my fucking messages. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Ooh, weigh in, Scorpios. See, this is why it's going to be so useful to have that Discord chat. And Maria, I know you're already a patron, so for y'all, that's going to open up tomorrow. I'm so excited. Okay, all right. Moving on. Let's talk to Sagittarius. Ooh, maybe Sagittarius is who Scorpio needs to be asking how to have an uncomfortable conversation. Then again, it might not be the most well-crafted conversation, but from a Sagittarius, it will be dead-ass honest. It will be very straightforward. Woo. Let's talk, Sag. Let's get into it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius dominant folks, what do they need to know this week, Spirit? What's on the agenda for Sag? Overall focus and energy, okay? And when it comes to money, work, projects, what does Sag need to know? Okay? And when it comes to love, friendship, connections, family, spirit, what do you want to highlight for Sag? Okay. Wow. Whoa, Sag. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Spirit be coming in strong, Sag. Okay, here's the first thing I'm hearing is y'all are like, it's like doing it all. You're taking care of it all. We're in another 10 of Wands situation. I'll show you your second card in just a second. But overall focus and energy is make a plan. Make a plan for this week that to the extent that you can, because I recognize, I'm not trying to bypass, I recognize that a lot of us have tasks as like, yeah, sure, I'd love to like outsource that or skip it or whatever, but I can't. Like, I need to carry all 10 of these wands. I just had a new baby and I have to do all these things. Like, and I'm hearing a couple different things like that, where it's like, I just had a new baby, or we just entered the busy season, or etc. So totally understand that. Make peace with that. I get it. And is there a chance that you might be over-identifying with the 10 of Wands in yourself? This is just what I'm hearing, Sag. No judgment. Over-identifying mean I'm the one who takes care of everybody, or it's always me. I always end up being the one who has to clean up after everybody's messes, or etc. Because I'm hearing a little bit of that. A little bit of like, if like you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, etc. And I want to ask you not to barricade yourself behind your tasks, behind your projects, behind your errands, okay? Here's what shows up next to the 10 of Wands. The Star. We could let go a little bit. We could release a little bit. We could move forward on faith rather than saying, this is all I know, so this is what I have to follow. Like, these are my tasks, this is my job, this is what I have to do. Sagittarius, part of your like beautiful stellar DNA is being that holy fool, being that the star, naked, honest, vulnerable. Like, here's me. Oh, you don't like it? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, you do like it? Okay, that makes sense. Like, ooh, I hear you, Lori. Yep, exactly. Like, nope, I have to do it all by myself. And Spirit is saying with the star there, it's like there's beauty in vulnerability. There's beauty even in saying, like, could somebody help me? I'm feeling really tired. Or I'm feeling a little low, like, I don't think I'm going to make it to work this week or today or whatever. If you need to take a fucking mental health day, please take a mental health day this week if you can. Something really beautiful is brewing, Sagittarius, and I feel like that's why Spirit wants you to kind of shed a little bit of weight, shed a little bit of like carrying the load for everybody. Like, okay, you wanted your laundry done? You better be the one to do it this week because I got a ton of things to do. If people take you for granted and expect you to do these things for them, I dare you to dare them to recognize that they've been taking you for granted by not doing their laundry or not cleaning up their mess, and like waiting and seeing what they do. Like, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna take care of it, or are you gonna wait for me to do it? Like, come back to something Spirit said earlier. Let people show you with their actions. People can say shit all day long. Let people show you. There are some people who want to show you. This is the realm of work, jobs, creativity, projects, etc. The Lovers and the Knight of Cups is a strong ass energy for union, for divine and spiritual union, for falling in love. And some of y'all might even be like experiencing this on the job, where it's like, whoa, okay, when I took this job, I did not sign up to meet like a soulmate or a partner or the love of my life, but like, okay, here we are. For others of you, there is help on the work front. There are people who see what you're doing and honor you and appreciate you, and I would invite you to invite them to appreciate you. I say all this because between that 10 of Wands and then over here, bookending your reading, in the area of love, connections, friendships, etc. 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the struggle, 5 of Pentacles, woe is me, I'm doing this all by myself, it's never enough, like, is anybody gonna help me? Why does everybody else have this and not me? Or why me? Like, just why me? Like, woe is me, why me? 5 of Pentacles cards. I'm not making fun, that's the nature of the card. We all go there sometimes too, okay? And the first step to releasing that energy is to accept that energy and be like, yep, right now I'm really feeling fucking resentful that nobody's helping me out, or I feel really exhausted and I don't know when it's gonna end, or etc. Instead of like, well, I just have to, and kind of bypassing it. Be with yourself, be kind to yourself, and also notice, recognize, appreciate where love and attention and lightness is coming to you. Because with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, yes, there's heaviness too. But right next to that, somebody wants to give you love. Somebody wants to soothe you. Somebody wants to help put out some of that 10 of Wands fire. Like, hey, how about 6 or 4 of Wands? Something a little warmer, something a little more manageable. 10 is a lot. This is new. This is fresh. This is beautiful. And again, I know that this is a general reading, so this will not be true for every Sagittarius, but Spirit's bringing it through, so I have to. You had the Lovers and the Knight of Cups in that work section, and then we have this Ace of Cups showing up in the love section, so some of you may indeed meet a potential suitor on the job, or this person is already kind of nearby. Do you know who that is? And I will also say this, Sagittarius, is that if we have been conditioned to do things for ourselves, like I have to handle everything, it's only me, I take everything on, and you start to identify that way, like I'm the person who always takes everything on, or I'm the kind of person who cleans up other people's messes or whatever. And we can even like take pride in like that part of our identity, but also resent it. That starts to be shadow shit. Like, I resent being a martyr, but also like I am a good ass martyr, man. Like when everybody else like is just ignoring what people need, I always come through. Great, awesome. And is that an identity you want to keep on holding? Or is that something you want to morph? Is that something you want to change? Just be open to it. Just be open to it. You're going to be getting messages and messengers that are asking you, how can I help you lighten your load? What can I do for you? You know? Please be open to that. Please don't cut it off just because your thermostat tends to be set at, I do everything by myself. And as soon as somebody starts to come in and want to help me, I get uncomfortable. I start getting hot. I want to like get out of the room. You know what I mean? And then we self-sabotage, or we reject the help that we're offered just so we can keep an equilibrium that we didn't even enjoy in the first place. You feel me? Okay. Wow. What did I say earlier? This just flipped out of the deck when I was about to move on. Can we burn it down to like 6 wands or 4 wands? That sounds a lot better. Somebody wants to partner with you, help you, commit to you. Somebody is committed to seeing you happier. Sagittarius, be open to that to the extent that you can. Okay. Oh, thank you, Angel, to a fellow passionate woman. Okay, Sag, I have nagged you enough. Let's talk to Capricorn. Let's talk. Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising, Capricorn dominant folks. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Okay. And when it comes to money, work, projects, jobs, Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know? Okay. And finally, when it comes, wow. When it comes to love, connections, friends, family, Spirit, what do you want to highlight this week in the realm of connection for Capricorn? Okay, got a bonus card. Let's see. Whew, my God, Capricorn. Whoa. Whoa. Shit. It's good shit, but damn, this is some shit. Okay. First, Spirit wants to be a little funny and say, if it were easier, Capricorn, for you, would it still feel like a win? And if you attach struggle to victory, does that make the victory sweeter? Maybe. No judgment. Like, Spirit just asking questions. Spirit just want to talk. Spirit just want you to ask yourself some good questions. Because it looks like this week, taking it easy, moderation is the key to success and great recognition. Temperance and the Six of Wands. Temperance is, this is what Spirit is bringing up the most at this moment, is what emotions are you addicted to? And I know that is strong. That is strong words. And some of us can be addicted to good emotions. I only want to feel good. I only want to feel light and happy. And those are the people who avoid hard conversations and like don't want to engage in conflict and stuff like that, right? It seems all fun and great until you need them to be serious, and then it's like, oh great, okay. And there's people who are so serious and so dry that like, okay, where's the humor? Like, we need both. You need both, Capricorn. Temperance is take it easy. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to ingesting? What are you addicted to feeling? Where do your neural pathways take you as they are now? And where do you need some rerouting? Success comes from not going hard, but going gently this week. And I feel like that's really important to take in Capricorn because it's the Capricorn's way to like go hard. As a Capricorn stellium, totally relate. But it doesn't have to be hard to be worthwhile. That's what Spirit is saying. Like, what if it was easy and worthwhile? What if it was easy and juicy and fucking like enriching and fulfilling? That's what they want for you. And I feel like they're gonna throw you off your fucking high horse. No judgment. They're gonna throw you off your high horse if you don't recognize that you're coming to a point of burnout or breakdown. Like, the stress is stupid at this point. Like, let's just talk about it. Looking at money, jobs, projects, opportunities, you have the Tower followed by Judgment. These two cards have a lot in fucking common. Both of these cards represent an awakening. You can't unsee this. You can't unring this. Something has fallen apart. Something is either being demolished or you can feel that it is crumbling around you. So it's like, do I hate this job? Is this job unsustainable for me? Or is this budget I'm living on unsustainable and I know it, but I'm like kind of trying to avoid it or look away from it? The Tower doesn't fall because you're not a good person or because you're not trying hard enough. God knows Capricorns try and work really fucking hard, but sometimes we be pushing for shit that isn't for us. And sometimes we be trying to hold things together with like bubblegum and toothpicks that needs to fucking fall. There's a realization that Spirit is saying you might be trying to ignore. Don't ignore it. You don't have to tell anybody. You could just admit to yourself, I need to get out of this job. Like I can't be here another 6 months or I'll fucking, like, I'm gonna go postal. Like, let's not go there. Let's not do that. Let's be awake to whatever feels like there's a shaky tower in your life. Here's the other thing I'm hearing, Capricorn, is that for some of you, this is just gonna look like, I'm hearing the word collision, actually. So I wanna say be extra careful when driving. Be very fucking mindful. Be very fucking present. Don't, like, be on autopilot because you're thinking about what you're going to do when you get to work or what you need to do tomorrow or whatever. Again, Capricorn, the pushing and pushing and working and thinking. Like, hard means success. Struggle is what leads to, like, victory. Yes and no. Temperance. Yes and no. Don't ignore something that feels fucking shaky. Please do not. If you are in the fucking tower, let's just pretend that your relationship is the tower. This fucking shit ain't working. I'm not happy. Like, if things continue as they are for another 2 months, 3 months, or whatever, I'm gonna flip out. Like, and I'm gonna lose it, and I'm gonna explode the whole situation rather than calmly, carefully extricate myself before the thing has to crumble around me. You feel me? I don't want to belabor this point too much because I think a lot of you know what that tower is. But like I said, for some of you, the tower also represents a surprise. So for some of you, it could just be like a literal collision or like a colliding of forces. And that sounds weird, but this is how Spirit is showing it to me, is like some of you, this is in the work arena, right? So literally what I'm hearing is that some of you, it's like your company is going through a merger. So something is like some part, some division, like this division is going to dissolve because we're partnering with this corporation now. So these people are going to be out of a job, or these people are going to be moved to this job. So it's going to be totally different. That's what I'm hearing. Very specific, not going to apply to all Capricorns, but for those of you where there's like, you just hear that tiny little bell ringing in the back of your mind, trust your intuition. If it's shouting at you, then that's fear and anxiety, and that's not your intuition. Your intuition is not going to scream at you. Oh my God, you're going to lose your job. See, you knew it the whole time. They've been thinking you suck. Like, no, that's not your intuition. But if a quiet, calm voice is like, this is not the person for you, or this is not the job, please listen to that voice. Just beginning to listen to it, to dialogue with it, to acknowledge it exists, is the beginning of getting the energy to move and to not trying to stay stiff in a fucking Jenga tower that somebody, you know, God is removing pieces from the Jenga tower even as you're trying to slide more into place, and it's just like, oh, shit. Let's not. Okay. That was a lot, Capricorn. Let's look at relationships. You have a bonus card in this sector. Let's start there. A lot of options. A lot of dreams, a lot of desires, Capricorn, and Seven of Cups represents being a little overwhelmed or feeling like you kind of can't make up your mind. Like maybe there's too many options, or there's so many things that you're good at or you would like to do, or directions you'd like to move in. Well, here's what Spirit is saying will bring you ultimate victory. And let me point out before I even show this to you, you have both cards for victory in your spread. There's a little victory card and there's a big victory card, and you've got them both. What do you need to do to get to your big victory, Capricorn? You need to let go of what is gone. The tower and then death. Like, Spirit don't get a lot more straightforward about something. Is just needs to go. Something needs to go, need to shut the door. Here's what they're saying is, if you are on your way out of the tower, but you keep one foot in the door because you're like, but maybe this isn't the tower. Maybe this isn't what's going to fall apart. So I'll just keep my foot in here. That way, if it does turn out that it's not this, I can still go back in. You're going to get fucking caught in the rubble. Trust yourself and be brave enough to honor your instincts and your intuition. When you cut the dead weight, the Chariot moves so much faster. When you stop dragging the corpse of an old relationship, or a way that this is what Spirit is saying, this is deep, where you thought you should have been by now. Why are we dragging that corpse when it just makes it harder and longer to get to where we're trying to go? Because struggle equals success because hard work means the victory actually means something, let's not do that. You don't need to drag the corpse of your failures or whatever behind you. Release. Get your foot out of the door. Move on. Oh, I hear you. But Maria, practice makes perfect. Let's practice together. Shit, come on into Discord tomorrow. Let's practice hard conversations. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, Crystal, thank you. I so appreciate you. And yes, rewind back and catch Kat before the live show. I'll see you at the live show. I'm so excited. Okay. So cut the dead weight, Capricorn, so you can take the reins in the direction you want to go. So you stop moving in the direction of like, this is what Spirit is saying, is like, you're doing stuff as like preventative, and they want you to, instead of like, I need to prevent this from happening, here's what I want to move toward. Here's what I want to invite in. So trying to stop thinking in more negative space type terms and start thinking more in like, what do I want? What do I want? I know what I don't want. I'm very good. I'm a Capricorn. I know what I don't want. What do I want? And how would I like that to look? You have options. Yay! I'm so excited, and my lovely assistant is so excited. Y'all. Whew. Oh, so many things I want to say, but I'll wait. Okay. Now, Capricorn, I hope that that is helpful. I hope that that is helpful. Don't hold on to the status quo if you're not in love with it. If you're not in love with it, dare to dream, 7 of Cups, that you're feeling called to something else because there is something else for you. You're not feeling dissatisfaction because you've done something wrong or made the wrong choice. It's because like, okay, there's a different choice now. Trust that. Okay. Now, let's talk to Aquarius. Mad scientist Aquarius. Come on, Doc Brown. What you got? Yeah, exactly. Like, and I get it because like role play or whatever can be like, oh God, do I really need to pretend to have this conversation? And it can totally like, it's like basic training. It's like, okay, I've seen the wall before. I've been able to crawl over this wall before. So even though it was in a controlled environment when I was like, you know, scaling this wall, I know now that if I meet another 6-foot wall out in the wild that I need to climb, I can climb that motherfucker. So I hope I see you in Discord, Maria. Got whole rooms for that shit. I'm so excited. Okay, all right, shut up, Maddie. Okay, all right. Let's talk to Aquarius. Oh, you are so not a punk, Maria. See, hey. Let me call you out. That's some Capricorn shit. Quit that shit. You are not a punk. You are not a punk. That shit was not modeled well to you. You had bad experiences with trying to be honest and expressing your needs in the past. That's not because you suck. It's because you need some corrective experiences. It's because you need to have a few people in your life who handle you having hard conversations with them like people should be able to have hard conversations. If I love you, if I care about you, if I respect you, yeah, it gets a little hot in here. Yeah, I'm gonna sweat. I'm not gonna flee the fucking room because I care. You know? A word from Spirit. I swear, Aquarius, it's really your turn. Let's go. Aquarius. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Aquarius rising. Aquarius dominant folks. Spirit, what do they need to know for their highest good? What do they need to know for their highest good? Overall focus and energy for Aquarius. Okay. And when it comes to work, money, hey, I mean, Spirit be spying. But it's like a benevolent spy. So you're on candid camera type of spy. Smile. Okay. Yes, Aquarius. When it comes to money, work, jobs, projects, creativity, Spirit, what do you want to let Aquarius know this week? And finally, when it comes to love, connections, friendships, family, Spirit, what do you want to highlight for Aquarius? Oh God, Angel, I'm dying inside. I'm dying inside. Please subscribe. I'm dying inside. Does that work? Wow. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. There's relief on the way. That's the first thing that I'm hearing. Be calm. Carry on. Oh God. Oh God. Don't make me just jump out the window. Jackie, thank you. Y'all, I'm gonna miss seeing these like little corgis and little animations on the new channel, but it's gonna be worth it, damn it. We're gonna make it fucking work. I'm excited. Thank you, Jackie. Now, Aquarius, there is relief coming. Overall focus and energy. The High Priestess and the Two of Wands. Spirit just said, you are on the verge. You're on the verge. You are on the precipice. You are standing on the goddamn parapet. You are looking. You are thinking about it. You know that you're capable. And I know that you're capable. And I don't think I have to belabor that point to you much. You're capable. You're thinking about expanding. Your intuition is telling you, like, it's time to expand. It's time to be thinking outside the box. There's something further out here for me. Something in a maybe more exotic, like, a more exotic job, a more exotic location, a more exotic project. Like, when I say exotic, it's like I haven't been there before. I haven't done that yet. Like, intrepid, covering new ground. It's okay to keep playing it cool this week. That's what Aquarians do the very best. The High Priestess is cool and calm and quiet right up until the second that something is meant to happen. And then it's the Empress. Life. Something is born. This is the liminal space. Liminal space, waiting to find out. Am I pregnant? Not literally. Please don't freak out, Aquarius and / Aquarius men who are now concerned about maybe their partners. You are pregnant with an idea. You are pregnant with a passion. You are pregnant with a project. And I feel because this is showing up as the overall energy combined with the Two of Wands, that it's like, this is still a good time for plotting and planning. This is a good time to be like looking at maps, literal or figurative. And like, well, what would I do? Like, how would I get there if I wanted to? Just that. Just. Yes, exactly, Lori. That is like the Aquarius emoji. Acknowledging to yourself where you want to exoticize your life, where you want to expand, where you want to bring in new energy, explore. It's not even, it's like explore, Spirit is saying, so they want to amend my language and be like, no, we're not talking about inviting something, we're talking about going somewhere. We're talking about literally or figuratively, like experiencing something new, going somewhere new. So let that roll around, you know. Drop that in the rock tumbler of your brain and roll that around for a while and see what comes. Oh, right. Yeah, no. Yeah. Sometimes I get some stuff like where Spirit's like, okay, some of y'all need to be extra careful. I'm not feeling that with y'all, like, at all. It is. And thank you for saying that it's an auspicious time, Jackie, because I want to remind everybody before I pick up and show this card that this is a sensation that often accompanies auspicious moments. Anxiety. 9 of Swords, but then the Page of Cups. This is the relief that is coming. This is the soothing. This is the kindness. This is the affirmation. And here's Aquarius doing what they don't want anybody to know that they do. Being stuck in their head. Stuck, a fixed sign, right? A little hard to move if we get, jammed up. And the 9 of Swords is like a mental traffic jam. Like, I worry about this, I'm afraid of that. What if this happens? Maybe you're plotting where you might want to go or what you want to invest more of your time and effort and energy into. And your Aquarian brain, which is an amazing brain, starts spitting out, well, this could go wrong, this could... Ben Franklin appreciate you so much. I hope I see you in the live call. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel you, Lori. I feel you. And like I said, I feel from spirit relief is coming. But here's part of what they're saying is, Aquarius, you can also give yourself some relief by taking your hands off of your eyes and looking at the swords on the wall. You know, the Nine of Swords is a very imposing card. It's called the Nightmare card. It's not a card any of us like to see. But here's the thing about nightmares. They can scare the fuck out of us, but they cannot have an effect on our life unless we allow ourselves to be driven by the nightmare. You feel me? Like, I can have a nightmare, wake up and go like, oh, that was a nightmare. That was crazy. Not at all. Please, Sarah. Shit. Or I can have a nightmare, wake up and go like, fuck, 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 fuck. And that can infect my whole fucking day. Take your hands off of your eyes. I'm going to recommend, again, a brain dumping exercise, a journaling type of exercise. Like this energy, these 9 swords, picture it like lightning just ricocheting around your fucking skull inside. Like all this anxiety, all this static. Like, and how are you supposed to go anywhere when this is like this? Like, how are you supposed to be able to even see what's good for you or what's out there if it's like... So, the thoughts need to go somewhere. The literal energy needs to go somewhere, even if it's as simple as, dear journal, this shit is so fucked. I am so fucking stressed out. I am so scared, or I'm so scared, or actual words, not what I just said. You need to put the energy in the word somewhere, even if it's just privately, even if it's just for you. I know that it sounds simple, but simple and easy are not the same thing. And yes, it is simple to say, you can take energy and put it somewhere. Even taking it from the ephemeral and putting it on paper is getting it in order. And it tells your brain, I don't need to hold on to this. Like, now it's written down. I see it right here. I'm really scared of fill in the blank, or I really hate this job and I need to get the fuck out or I'm gonna fucking explode. At least you've put that somewhere and it's not just ricocheting. And your brain, because our brains have evolved to keep us safe, not to make us happy, your brain, if it feels like this is freaking her out, this is giving her or him adrenaline, this is important, we better beam this at all times. Like, we better circle this drain forever. Like, so let's put it somewhere. And if you really want to level up and take that practice further, share with someone that you love and you know you can trust. Whether they're physically present in your life, or whether, again, you know, in these times, in COVID and quarantine and just in 2021 generally, it might be that you can find that in a digital community versus like maybe just somebody right here in the same house. Who is your Page of Cups? Who is someone that you think of as sweet and kind and like effervescent, someone really positive, someone who wants to see you succeed, someone who cares deeply about you? This person has soothing, loving, and probably auspicious ass messages for you. So please don't keep yourself locked up with your thoughts. Share them, whether it's with yourself or whether it's with someone else. Beautiful, beautiful, Lori. Shit, see, Spirit was already moving you. You were already listening. What do I need to do, Spirit? Brain down? Okay, great. Aw, y'all, thank you. You're so welcome. Now here, Aquarius, things take a really beautiful turn. You had a Page of Cups, and over here in the realm of love, connections, relationships, you have a Page of Pentacles. And I want to say, I feel that this is you, Aquarius, this Queen of Wands. Remember, you can be male, female, non-binary. Showing up as a queen only means that you embody the qualities of a creator. And the Queen of Wands specifically is creative, warm, funny, charismatic, quick, like has a spark, has a light, people gravitate, radiant, you know what I mean? And I feel that for a lot of you, like, this is interesting and very specific, but Spirit is saying it, so I'm going to share it. I'm feeling that a lot of you are in a relationship with a younger person, and like this person feels very solid. Page of Pentacles. Like, of all the pages that you could have, the Page of Pentacles is someone who's like, I'm investing my time and energy very deliberately into this situation. Now, I recognize that for some of you, that may not be like a partner or spouse. That could be like a friend who is like, I am invested as fuck as seeing you in your Queen of Wandsness, in your leadership, feeling great about yourself, feeling great about what you do and what you contribute, and helping other people shine, which is something the Queen of Wands is very into. Seeing other people like share their talents, share their skills, and succeed. So, Aquarius, there might be some gold in those hills when it comes to you celebrating and sharing what other people are doing. I now that, you know, when you channel, it goes one ear out the other, but for one of the earlier signs, there came up something about that where it was like, if you want to be amplified, amplify other people, because that's how you get it started, is you put the energy that you would like to receive out into the world. If you want a more loving world, be a more loving person. If you want a smarter world, share knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I hope it helps. And now, finally, we have reached the zenith of the zodiac. We're going to talk to Pisces. Let's talk. Little fish, let's talk. Eee! Oh, Jackie, you are so sweet. Thank you. Ooh, goodness. Goodness. Okay, Pisces. Let's talk. I know! I know! This is a long one too, huh? It's gonna be like time for the call-in show right after this. Okay, alright. Like shove some food in my mouth. Wow, okay. Spirit's like, no you're not. They just flick the 10 of the swords to the top of the fucking deck. No bitch, you're not. I'm gonna hop right on that call-in show. Yes, sir. Okay. Pisces. Pisces. Mutable water. Mystic Pisces. Jupiter's going to be moving into Pisces. The luck is coming up. Hey, Maria, then it's going to conjunct your sun for a good little bit. That's some expansive, fortunate, in every sense of the word, energy. Ah! That kind? I don't have a lot of lip to work with, you might have noticed. Oh, Lori, thank you. I appreciate you too, thank you. Okay, Pisces. Hola, hola, Fernando, welcome. Let's talk, Pisces. Spirit wanted a lot of shuffling, so, oh, wow. Fuck me, all right. It's good. Wow, all right. Spirit, overall focus and energy, please, for Pisces this week. What do they want to be most aware of? Their greatest joy, fulfillment, possible. Okay. Yay! And when it comes to work, money, jobs, what do you want Pisces to know, Spirit? Their highest good. Okay. And finally, when it comes to love, connections, emotions, friends, family, spirit. Wow. What's the word for Pisces? Wow. Okay. The whole word. Okay. Here's what Spirit says right off the bat, Pisces. Wherever you go, there you are. That saying used to annoy the shit out of me. Like, well, yeah, wherever I go, there I am. Yeah, duh. But what Spirit means is sometimes, and Pisces can be famous for this, like, you know, escape artist. Like, I don't want to feel this, so I'm going to escape into this piece of fiction, or I'm going to leave this place or this person or whatever because I don't want to feel this. Wherever you go, there you are. So whatever you leave that relationship with, let's just say, like, relationship didn't work out, let me leave. That may be the right thing to do. So let me not fucking bypass that. That may be the right thing to do. That relationship or that job or whatever might not have been the fucking thing for you. And if you haven't done some reflecting on how or why things got to be the way they did in that relationship, you will inevitably find yourself playing out at least some of the same patterns and notes that you've played out before. Like, you know, it's annoying, it's uncomfortable, it's not a punishment, it's the divine math that is the universe that says, like, if you believe it, then it's true. If you believe that you're unworthy of love, well, the reflection from the world will be like people not looking at you, people bypassing you, people not noticing what you're trying so hard to give, right? And then we think about, you know, I don't even want to name names because I'm not trying to trigger y'all, but we could think about certain old, white, rich people in power and say, if the world operated on the principle of good things happen to good people, then this shit would look very different. And when we consider those previously mentioned old, white, rich, powerful dudes, I'm gonna say dudes by and large, what do they have in common? They think the world owes them something. That is their belief. Like, yes, I should be rich. Yes, I should have a hot wife half my age. Yes, I should have a mansion in fucking Malibu, whatever the fuck. And thus, like, they do. It is the power of our belief. It is the weight of our convictions within ourselves that sort of seem to summon the matter into being in the external world. Quantum mechanics, right? We get what we think we deserve. I have not, Pisces, even picked up and shown your cards yet because Spirit had a whole ass word. Wherever you go, there you are. If you need to unravel something, please don't wait thinking the next relationship will just be a better person, so I won't be dealing with that. Or the next job won't take me for granted this way. It will if you're still taking yourself for granted. They will if you still think you deserve to have somebody treat you like ass or take you for granted or not notice when you need something or whatever. You feel me? I want to make a distinction. This is not about blaming the victim. This is not about, well, you did this to yourself, so you need to whatever. It's more like, think about how powerful you are. Please, like, embrace and accept how very powerful you are. Let's finally look at your first cards. Overall focus and energy for this week. 8 of Swords, 4 of Wands. Beautiful energy, a little bit of a scary, held up energy. It's not the worst. 8 of Swords is, I've got all kinds of good excuses not to move forward quite yet. I still don't have this. I still haven't learned this. I still haven't done that. There's no way I could move forward on this when, like, there's all these things that could still go wrong or are still making me anxious. Okay. And wherever you go, there you are. These fears, these anxieties, until you remove the blindfold and choose to look at what each of these individual swords represents in your life, the 8 swords will trail you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will be there. So why not pull them out of the ground? Why not use them as tools? Why not wield them like your own weapons rather than let them keep you from what you're trying to do? Something that will make you so happy. 4 of Wands, like happy home. Oh, I haven't read it, Jason, but from one Pisces to a non-fish. Thank you. I'm going to keep that in mind so I can read that. Thank you. I'm doing a lot of research right now, so I appreciate it. Now here's this. 4 of Wands. Oh my God, this lighting. How about that? Happy home, commitment, partnership, safety, security, creativity, the fun and the safety at the same time. New and happy home. 8 of Swords. Are you holding back from doing what makes you feel at home? Whether that's traveling to a place, whether that's embracing where you are right now. In what way are you holding yourself back when you could really be indulging and enjoying a 4 of Wands situation? Happy home, good friends, commitment, celebration. Let's talk about it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now coming over here, Pisces, to work, money, projects, opportunities. It's time to drill down and focus. The Hermit is stop. Okay. Do what you want. I feel like I always have to say that. Your free will is everything. Do what you want. But Spirit's advice is you're a mutable sign, and as a water mutable sign, you're also very permeable, like a sponge, right? Like you can take in a lot, which is beautiful and a strength. And it can contribute to that Eight of Swords feeling when it looks like everybody else is doing it like this, or like nobody's doing it that way. Am I stupid? Is that why I'm the only one who's thought of doing it this way? Or like, or alternatively, oh God, everybody's already doing this. Like, oh, then I must have no business doing that. Da, 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 da. No, like it's time to drill down. It's time to, like, I want to say that you have a tendency to notice and celebrate where other people's work is sacred, but you bypass where your own work and your own perspective and your own approach is sacred. And Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Wherever you go, there you are. Even if you transcend a couple of the Eight of Swords fears, enough to go to that Four of Wands place, whether it was like a new home or, like I said, finding a better level of happiness in your own home. If you are still swayed by the way other people do it, if you still are not sure of yourself and trust yourself enough, inevitably you will put those swords back in the ground around you. You will find a way, you know? I mean, listen, I can't help if Spirit's reading people's diary. That I can't do it. You have everything it takes, Pisces. I want to acknowledge that this can indicate exhaustion, this can indicate overwhelm, and especially in combination with that Eight of Swords, it can be like, you know, an anxiety, even depression type situation. So, I'm not trying to shove you out before you're ready. I want you to notice the signs of readiness. Just that. Don't have to do anything, but notice the signs of you being ready. Notice the synchronicities that come in to back up the signs that you're ready, you know? You might have a little bit of confirmation bias where you're looking for swords, but wands are all over the place. That's what Spirit just said. Okay. And now, finally, let's come over to the realm of relationships. You had the Hermit, which is number 9. Ah, Maria, I mean. And then there's this 9 of Cups. Singularity, uniqueness, yourself. 9 of Cups and strength. Do you appreciate what a beautiful, loving, compassionate, strong soul you are? Spirit just said, take your own medicine, Pisces. The beautiful, spiritual, emotional, intuitive medicine that you give to your friends, to your family, to whomever it is that is around you. You give it so freely. Could you give it freely to yourself? Could you appreciate yourself enough, celebrate yourself enough to give yourself some of your own medicine? To talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend. Doesn't it seem so basic that we would at least do that, but so few of us do? Talk to yourself like you are a dear friend. Oh, Crystal, I'm so glad. I hope that you will speak to yourself that way. You deserve. You deserve. We all have our hard qualities and our hard moments, and you need to give yourself some credit for showing up and for taking care of yourself. Hey, maybe they're under the bathroom stall door. You ever think about that? You ever look down there? Okay. Pisces, I hope that is helpful. Boy, we've only got 2 more live streams left on this channel. I'm going to be really excited to see you guys the next couple Fridays. And even if I have to broadcast from on top of this roof, if I bust my thermostat, if my inner fears about starting this new channel, burn the whole fucking apartment building down, you can trust I'm going to run out with my phone and a cat under each arm and a leg, and I will be doing these live streams. And please, if you haven't yet, take a minute and subscribe to the new channel, because after those 2 readings, this channel will be over. It is a new era. You are so welcome, Jackie. Thank you for being here. Thank you all of you who attended live and commented and shared. And I just super fucking appreciate you guys. And I will see you, if I don't see you in the call-in show, which is right after this. So if you want to get in on that, link is in the description. If I don't see you there, then I will see you next Friday and more often thereafter. Yay! See you guys. You too, Crystal. Thank you so much. Y'all have a beautiful week and a beautiful weekend. Till next time.